Is there a point in a brand's life when its biggest competitor is its own past?
This is a very, very technical question and very interesting question. We often wait that in market there will be some disruptive startup, there will be an international competition or another player pop up, and that is when we feel that there's a competition in market. What we don't realize is that we are our own competition. Imagine if you're using a perfume for years now. There's so many occasions you feel like changing it only for the sake of changing it, not that there's something wrong with it, or show it that you can't continuously continue to have sweets or maybe any other food item from a particular shop. People do seek variety in their own life. They hate monotony, and at times brand think that when they have built a legacy they would continue to leverage on it without offering a new variety or new appeal to the market. What happens is and especially when generation changes, when your brand is 30, 40, 50 years old, a generation has passed, new generations come with a lot of vibrant things, lot of aspiration, and at times just for the sake of rebel, they want to try and bring in new things. At that point of time, if your legacy brand become hindrance to their appeal, they would discontinue and look for an alternative. You are, by not changing yourself, you are giving other brands an easy foot into the door to your own customer. Why do you think the legacy brands like Haldiram, Cadbury and so many others have changed themselves? These are 100 years old plus brands, yet they went through rebranding for a reason. You look at the latest one, the Godrej, I think 129-year-old brand. They kind of, when they had a division between Godrej Enterprise and Godrej Industries, the Godrej Industries, which is so much part of our everyday life, from Synthol to Good Night and countless products that we use from the Godrej and Godrej properties and whatnot. We have a little bit of Godrej in our life here and there. They had to go for rebranding with the right intent of the fact that they now need to speak to millennials and Gen Zs, which is the future of consumerism. If they do not gel or align with the brand, there is no point of having an old legacy which is only a burden to the brand and nothing else. However, that's a separate issue that the entire Godrej rebranding got into some controversies. I'm sure you all must have seen this, and
Which brings me up to the follow-up question. So do really big brands or companies also goof up?
Most certainly they do, and Godrej is the most recent example. I don't need to go into other examples. See, at the end, the size of the agency is not something that is defining the mindset of the people working in there. If you are not meticulous about your work, you could be very good as a designer, please understand, you could be very good at aesthetics, but if you are not good with strategy, you are not searching through international databases, through online, through various possible tools out there, which we use at Beryl very, very often in order to ensure that all our clients, when they go international, when they expand geographically, they do not face any challenge. Those tools are often missed out, and this is very, very common because people think that designing a logo is all about designing, but they do not protect it from any forthcoming such controversies that Godrej is facing. I don't want to get into very specific of what is happening, but it's very unlikely. And recently I was reading that they also made a statement, somebody from the management itself, from the Godrej family, that in geometric logos such resemblance is very normal and okay. No, it is not normal. It is not okay. A logo is your very distinct identity. You cannot leave it to the elm of that it is confused with some other entity around the world, be it a small one, big one, large one, other domain, this domain, that domain. You cannot. So big agencies and big companies do goof up. Big companies goof up thinking that if I have hired a big agency, they'll take care of me in entirety. They do not do their due diligence. And big agencies, at the end, they are relying on humans only. They could be highly paid humans or non-humans, but there is pure 100% chance, if you have not checked how an agency is working through and you're only going on or relying on their past brands or kind of aesthetics they have delivered, then you are most likely to end up with such mistakes. So choose your agency wisely. It's a matter of your brand that you have earned.